What's up, everybody? Grand Line Gazette, where we talk about One Piece damn near every damn day. New chapter, 1151. New reactions, new hot takes, new video, and daily vids by us. That's Kev. I'm Corey. We talk about it a lot. Let's go. Chapter 1151. Kev.
Yep. Like I said, 1151. That's enough. I've got this, which is definitely a shout out to the end of the chapter. But as of right now, the cover story, volume 35, Oni Child Yamato in the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, a sumo tournament in Hakumai. So this is the brother of Urishima's big brother, and Yamato, not a struggle for Yamato. Just
Yeah,
throws him out the
this
ring.
is the brother of the guy that, and I'm like, okay, so are we, have we passed the Odin steps and we're now doing Luffy steps? Because Luffy did the sumo wrestling against his brother. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't an Odin thing, but it could also just be her going to all the. Did Luffy go to all? No, he didn't. This could just be her going to all the different regions.
Not sure. Which is something Odin did. I mean, that's something Odin did. But like, it could be a mixture. Like let's take into consideration. Up until like a couple weeks ago in her time, she was held captive in like an open air prison by her dad. Like, so she's just experiencing fucking bullshit at this point. She's like, I'll just do anything. So
it kind of seems like we're experiencing bullshit at this point.
Yeah. He's like, man, right. I was supposed to be the champion. My brother died, and now it's me.
I'm glad you're having a good time, Yamato. I'm glad you're getting your This is gonna be a scabbard.
This
guy's gonna be a scabbard.
Yep.
I
thought the same thing.
We still need 4 more scabbards. All right. Okay. I see what.
Yeah.
Forgive me. On to the chapter.
Yeah. We'll see in the coming. I mean, because we're not done with this volume, so we'll see. I mean, we're looking for, like you said, 4 more, right? And then so we'll see what comes out of there. We're back on Elbaf, and to remind you guys kind of where we were, Dory and Broggy and a few other big giants are being turned into devil giants. So they're being flipped into demonic contracts by Emu, and they were sent out on a mission, go kill Jarl. And that's where we catch them.
They all got souped up weapons, like souped up armor. Let's just say Dory's hand still isn't connected. Like, I thought it was going to connect.
Good pull.
No, it's just devil magic hovering there like it is still connected, which is wild. So that's going to be animated wild. So Emu's going to be like one of those bloody fights where it's like you don't actually die. You're just like breaking bones and not really like it's gonna be a very gory fight, I think, with Emu, maybe, but it's like you can tell like One Piece is like up in the stakes at this point when it comes to gore. That being said, Oimo and Kashi I guess are super fans of Dory and Broggy, and Kashi is just can't understand what's happening. It's like, okay, Kashi, you were fooled at Eni's lobby. You're getting fooled here. You're not just fooled, but it's like, what are you doing? I minus like 10 points for Kashi on the rankings. Like, what are you doing here, bro?
I mean, you're right there with it. I mean, he's spent the last 50 years in servitude because he was told to lie. And like, it feels like the second he gets back to Elbaf, like his idols and his heroes were turned into demons, and now in the very next chapter or in the next panel, so is his best friend. Like, his best friend at this point is that's kind of crazy. But somebody down here is playing Go, and is that killing him? It's kind of hard to make out who's playing it.
Maybe this is at the picnic table that they were at. It's just independently acting on itself. But again, it's like, if this is, we're going to call it Go. If this is Go, it's like, what pieces are valued for who? You know what I mean? Like, Now this might just be a corner, because it's like, well, where are the Straw Hats? Where are the other giants and stuff like that? So we're probably going to see the full board, and I wonder if
Yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna get like a board flip moment, and I guess that's when Luffy shows up. You know what I mean?
That is interesting. I mean, I remember, I do know it's called Go, but I, I remember a few things about it. I know that there's certain things where you're pinned against a wall in this game, and you make a move that, in chess terms, would be like a checkmate, even though you were just about to get beaten. And it's called a divine move, which is interesting because when I was researching that, divine comes up a few times in One Piece, and that's the divine departure, which is the move with Roger and Shanks, and divine swiftness, which is Yamato's move. So
Well,
I wonder if that,
just Emu itself is just a god, and that's divinity. So, it could just be the fact that Emu's doing these things, or like Emu's power is doing it. So it's like a divine power. Yeah, but there is definitely a lot of like you said, there's a lot of like divinity going around. Like, okay, we are getting to god tier opponents, which is kind of wild to think about.
All the heavy hitter giants, man, they're just turning into demons in the next couple panels.
Let's talk about this because they're towering over the other giants, much like how Loki is. So Loki's definitely gonna be fighting them, but you think Loki could take Dory and Bragi on, like, demonic?
I think so, and I don't know how at this point. But I'm also wondering if there's a possibility that, what if Loki gets taken very similarly to these guys, and he just becomes another person, a part of Emu's army against the Straw Hats? I think that'd be pretty difficult to overcome.
What if Loki had wings? What if something happened? Hey, this could be like it. No, not it. What was the Jordan Peele movie where they go to the underground, and that's where like the like basically it's like there's this underground and there's like copies of people, and like a little girl one time went to the underground and switched places with the copy. In the whole movie, you think you're following the little girl and her family trying to escape, and the copy saw her, and it was like, "Hey, I remember you." You know what I mean?
Interesting.
But it was the original girl doing it, so I wonder if this is copy Loki.
So, for those of you who watch Fire Force or read the manga, they've recently introduced doppelgangers, very similar to what you're explaining too. Whereas, like, Bragi would have himself as just a normal giant, and then he'd have a doppelganger that is a stronger version of him, but it's more demonic. And so I wonder if it's something like similar to that. But
yeah, because it's like, is normal Dory and Bragi, like, is this
alive?
the normal Dory and Bragi?
Yeah, like, are they alive? Are they gone?
Are they just in bubbles
forever?
on the other side of that bubble?
Yeah,
like, yeah, we're just literally just switching you out. But
that would be kind of crazy. And I wonder if this kind of deals with how they were summoned to Egghead as well.
what if this says, like, this says a lot about Loki's weapon? I think Loki's been there. Loki has definitely been there because it's like he has a weapon like these people, like he's built like these people. You know what I mean? Like, I know this Oni giant thing is obviously they have links to the demon realm, but I think this is a weapon passed down from like the demon realm, like through Oni giant generation. But like talking about the demon realm, like Killing Cam's going off right now, like the trumpet, like the rally cry.
Before we get there, the kids are still asleep, but now they're dreaming of demons.
Yeah.
And now those demons are just making more nightmares.
Yeah.
And like you said, now we got a horn who's kind of whistling and blowing them in like a snake charmer.
Well, the horn's also reanimating the ones that have been defeated. because, like he says, death means nothing to these dreams because in dreams it means nothing. So it's like you're reanimating the ones that are dead. You're summoning more by yourself. You're talking to these kids, making them think of some, so they're summoning some. Like you said, like they're duplicating the ones that are already out. You have super giants. Like,
Are they? So yeah, it's like, are Dory and Broggy, if they get struck down in battle, can this horn just resurrect them too? I hope not, because that'd be kind of broken.
I think it only goes to Killing Cam's abilities, not like
I would hope so.
But I mean,
we get a hybrid form of Killing Him.
I'll take the I'll take the Buster Call. Like,
what do you mean?
If it's this versus the Buster Call at Egghead, right. I'm taking the Buster Call. Like, shit was.
I'm right there with you. There is a better option. That's for sure. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Can I just burn to death? Is that a bet? That sounds better.
I could just jump in the water. Like, yeah. I'll just go jump in the water.
How about this? You find me a devil fruit, any devil fruit, and I'll just go drown. It's fine. I'll do that for you. I don't want to deal with that. What is this?
But we do get the Killing Cam face reveal.
Face reveal. We get the hybrid. This is the hybrid form. Looks a lot like Baron Baron's V Nostro. His form from Egghead had the horse legs. Had the top. So I'm looking at him pretty hard right now. I wonder if that form that we saw Killing Him before.
Damn, you're saying something right now. You're saying something right now. You're saying something right now. Damn.
Yeah. The legs immediately stuck out to me, dog. Yeah. And then they're both awakened. But is Killing Him's original form, this is something that we were discussing in the pre-show, is the original form we saw, is that Killing Him's human form or is that his beast form? Kind of crazy for him to kind of work backwards. So I'm assuming that was his original form and he is truly a dragon in his real form.
I think my theory for Killing Cam is that it's more like he's a dragon, like basically type. Like his Pokemon, it's like you don't look like no dragon, but it's like you're a dragon. And since he has like powers of creation and reality, he can just make himself look like a dragon when he wants to. Like, I feel like he looks like a devious character, but I bet you he's honestly like goofy. Remember, he was late the first time we saw him. He was like tripping over himself. So I'm thinking the Kirin unicorn form is the real form. He's a normal human, but he can transform. I think he can transform himself into anything. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Maybe. I mean, it's we don't really know as of yet, but it's kind of hard to
pinpoint.
That would be a real big. Yeah, it'd be a real big. It would be an exact counter to Luffy, which I'm not mad at. It'd just be hard to. Would this guy be the one who faces Luffy? I don't.
I think he is definitely a good counter to Luffy. If he could transform into things, I would definitely like if it was just like a limited ability, not like you could turn to a huge wall or anything. It's like you still got the amount of matter you got. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, but Killing Cam is interesting. You can't pinpoint how his ability work. Like, you can't limit his ability because he's like in a realm where he's in a, what are those things called in Jujutsu Kaisen? Those
domain expansions?
Yeah, he's in a domain expansion of his own creation. So it's like he's God in here. Yeah. While he's playing God, he has a real God. Like, this is the very... Remember how we kept saying the very beginning of Elbaf was going to be mirrored? This is Luffy and them showing up to the play set and just wrecking havoc, destroying stuff. Like, killing killing animals, like eating them, like destroying buildings. That's what these guys are doing. But besides in a play set, they made the play set, and they just been calling this a game the whole time. Like, that's my theory for the video. Damn.
And moving on to the next one, we're back with the weak squad, the weak trio, or the weak group, really, not the weak trio. But they're kind of just going down this list of things that we know so far. Like, damn, this shit really spiraled out of control. But then you get to Usopp, man. He can't fight with the shit, but he can definitely give a speech.
He can inspire.
And so he's yelling at Dory and Broggy, trying to get to the inner prideful giant that they are. Um, and he's just like giving them an earful, like, hey, like you guys are fucking assholes for this. Like, where's the heroes that
Yeah,
were
where's your
once
pride?
Dory and Broggy?
It's like, bro, they ain't Saiyans. They can't. Like, the pride ain't gonna override demonic magic. Like, he ain't Vegeta, but
I'm glad that the talk no jutsu is not working.
Yeah.
If the talk no jutsu worked, I'd be pretty fucking pissed.
well, especially instantly. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
they
fair
turn
enough.
to demons. They're like, hey, like, oh, maybe I don't have to kill
Maybe Loki,
one
maybe
person.
Loki calling out to Harold, that will work, like their connection.
Yeah,
I don't
Harold definitely was a demon. Harold got turned into a demon. Loki had to kill him because it's like, bro, we're watching it. But as you were saying about Usopp, like, he can inspire like the best of them.
Shit.
Like, I wonder if, like, there is going to be something with Usopp and then Dory and Broggy, but it's not going to be a like straight up fight. I just don't know what it is. I don't know how he'll be
And
used.
and if Loki, maybe Loki, and if we are right in this theory, and Harold did become a demon, Loki may not have had a way to bring him back from that other side. So then said so that also would then say that we need to also discover a way in order to save Dory and Broggy and the rest of the Giants. So that may be something that we need to figure out on the way.
Yeah, and this would be a perfect way for Loki to be like, "Hey, I know a way to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to get back." So,
So and then we're jumping over to the Gods.
bro,
You got Summers.
bro,
Go ahead.
I know how to get there. All right, theory mode. Chapter 1151 theory. They need to get to the underworld, right? This helps us link it with Loki's backstory with Harold. Maybe Harold was turned into an Oni giant, like an Oni demon, and Loki had to kill him, right? But maybe it's like you said, Loki went to the underworld to try to get him, and he just couldn't do it, and he came back. But he doesn't know a way to get back. But wouldn't it be a crazy, like unexpected change of events if like our next mini arc is the Straw Hats going to the underworld? Like Loki's like, I know how to get you there, but I don't know how to get back. And the only people that can get them back that they know of are the people that summoned Brook during the time skip. And then they're right there next to where Marie-Joie is. They're right there near the red line. And then bam, instant trip to Marie-Joie.
I like it. Panel on page 8, you see in the skyline of different creatures, you start to see a few more nightmares start to show up. You got the original storms, snake, wolf. But I do see a little elephant right here. Awfully big, like a Zunisha style elephant.
Like, who the hell is afraid of Zunisha?
Whoever Zunisha gets mad at should be afraid of them. That's for sure.
Like, you didn't just mess Jack up.
Yeah. Like with your trunk, and all you had to be told is to do it, and you're like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay. Okay.
Summers and Killingham, they're giving up. Like, hey, like, Lord, how much killing should we do? Killingham makes another Go reference, like, hey, our board is actually covered in our color, which is fine. It's quirky, whatever.
Hey, the play set game chessboard thing, we're winning. Like, we're winning. We won already. No, like, they'll kill each other after it's done. Let's just, bro, this is the craziest thing they say. He was like, let's just break the spirit of Elbath. Like,
yep.
To break the warrior spirit of Elbath is a crazy ass concept. Like, what would you do with domicile giants that just listen to your orders because they're like, fuck it, man, there ain't no pride left. Like, that's wild.
Had Harold not blundered in that critical hour, this nation would long have been beneath my rightful domain. So if Loki did not intervene 6 years ago, the story wouldn't have even gotten this far. So thanks to Loki, we have the chance to win. I want us to remember that in this chat or in this comment section. Because this fuck is a hero.
Yeah. You ain't never had us convinced about Loki.
No.
You wanna know that? Like, you ain't never had us convinced about he's a bad guy. We're like, for real? Is he?
Yeah.
Is he? Do with the hammer. Okay.
You mean the guy who's supposed to represent Thor? Got it. Okay.
Last time the whole village hated somebody, they became our crewmate like 4 times. All right, like, I don't know.
Yeah, the benevolent king of Dressrosa. It's like, wait, hold on, I've seen this before.
We were right about Chopper though. He basically.
Yep. Go ahead and talk about his feet. And you brought it up, and I loved it. So go ahead.
Okay, so Chopper learns all of his new moves from Luffy. He is mimicking Luffy. He's basically like, he's going off impulse. He's like, I jump without thinking. I just gotta do this. This is straight willpower. Where he's just like, hey, I gotta get to Scopper and save him from being hurt. So he, just like Luffy in his Gear 5th, like his legs are turning, how he runs on the air, Chopper does that same thing. There's all kinds of theories about Chopper being like an earth god, and maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later in this chapter too. But right now, he basically learned airwalk. What was that? Kempo?
I'm right there with you.
How they call it?
Airwalk.
Yeah.
Airwalk.
Yeah. He basically learned airwalk, and then he inflates himself, uses his defensive point to like cushion the fall. But the size of that ball point is massive. You can see it with all the fucking mountains. Like, it's larger than some of the mountains in the distance. So, Chopper, are you secretly leveling up as well?
And I'll be honest, I don't think it's a secret. Hey, I think he's doing it right in front of us.
I think Chopper's a pill popper.
Oh, goddamn. The rumble pills?
I think he's still a pill popper.
I do like how it's becoming instinctual for him. I mean, he's even, saying it in his own monologue. Like, I jumped without thinking. That's a Luffy-ass mentality. And I think we've seen the Luffy overinflate to catch people.
And so all like because he was like, I'm sorry. Here, finish your statement.
No, go ahead. No, he's just copying Luffy at this point, which is nice because Luffy copied him for such a long time.
And all because he was the smartest person in the room when Scopper was giving the hands to Summers. He was like, this is the key to us winning, everybody. Like, we all see it. Like, all right, I'm going to do something about it. Plus 10 points for Chopper.
Yeah.
You can have,
I'm right there with you.
You can have Kashi's 10 points.
So then we're back to the main squad. I mean, this is going to be reinforcements right here. This is going to be who saves the day. We're back with Road, Loki, Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, Stannis? Stanson and Harwardin, and then Gerd and Goldberg are around here somewhere. But he's like, hey, Loki tells Harden, he's like, hey, if you really want to hear what happened between me and yo daddy, like, just bend the knee. And he's like, all right, kiss my ass. I'm not bending the knee. I'm a giant. And guess what? I'm also a giant who's respected, unlike you. And it's quite interesting. But
yeah, and Loki
go ahead.
Loki has the attitude of somebody that knows that they're not in the wrong. And that one day, everybody's going to just find out. He's like, hey, I ain't got to prove y'all wrong. Y'all going to find out and feel dumb all by yourself. Like, that ain't for me to do.
And that is the hero's journey right there. He's like, hey, man, I just did the right thing. Doesn't mean I have to be rewarded for it. Yeah. But Luffy is only one of 2 people down here that senses Chopper falling down. he says, "Hey, Chopper just fell down." He's like, "Huh? I heard a noise, but I didn't actually see him," is what Sanji says. But then Loki's like, "No, no, no. I saw it too. Actually, it's just past the ridge." Luffy at this point questions himself, like, "Wait, how the hell did I just do that? I didn't see him. I just sensed him, kinda." And this really gives me Shanks at the end of Wano vibes, where he's not there, but he's like he's throwing out his hockey that far to kind of sense it.
I think it's like a very much like they're all leveled up. So I wouldn't doubt that he has the observation hockey to that potential too, and he can mix it with his Conqueror's hockey. I think he does have observation Conqueror's hockey, but maybe this is a link to maybe Chopper is this Earth God people keep talking about, and this is like the Sun God resonating with the Earth God, and he's like, oh, that's Chopper. Now, in the same way that they knew that Blackbeard was a they, like I think there's like something going on there, but I'm not sure.
I'm right there with you. Then we get introduced back with Goldberg and Gerd, and they're being asked like, "Hey, do you guys want to fetch anything back on the way up to the Sun Realm? Do we want someone's head, some jewels?" Loki chimes in with the smart ass remark like, "Hey, I want something." He's like, "No, shut the fuck up, Loki. We're not letting you out." Um, but he says no to be so serious.
He's like,
No
yo,
need. No
I'm
need.
just kind of like chilling, man. I'm just trying to mess
You
around.
fed me. We've been joking. I just thought it was a good time to ask for a favor. That's all.
My bad, my bad.
My bad. I read the
Speaking of
room wrong.
favors, Mosa, either Mosa owes Loki a favor, or Loki owes Mosa a favor. But we get a conversation with Mosa as well, where he calls Loki on his old ass transponder snail, winter transponder snail. It's basically, long story short, he's telling Loki like, "This is the last time we'll be able to talk. Like, I'm not supposed to be talking to you. At first, like, this was a scary thing. Like, I thought I was gonna die doing this, but I like our talks. But I can't talk no more, so I gotta go." So that brings up the question, like, okay, bro, like, who is Mosa? Are you like
Yeah.
no clues at all? But we I guess the most important thing is that we see that this like emotionally affects Loki, where like he's been like everybody has been saying what they want about him. He's like, okay, whatever, whatever. But this thing's happening to Mosa. He's like, wait, what's going on, bro? Like, hey, what's going on? So I'm very interested to see this backstory with Mosa. Like, bro, what if Mosa's in the underworld and he's calling
Well,
Loki from the underworld?
and Gerd and Goldberg are. It seems like the only ones close enough to really overhear this conversation. And Goldberg seems genuinely like happy for Loki. Like, hey, like I'm glad that you actually have somebody down here to lean on. I mean, this is a scary place. Maybe they do actually know the truth. Maybe it's a well guarded secret though. Um, maybe they could feel bad for him. Like, shit, like I didn't want this to happen to you, but we needed it to happen. I'm just glad that it worked out the best it could for you. Just, I guess we'll find out in time. But then we get Chopper, who's like, "Hey, this guy over here really needs some help." And Luffy has no idea who this is as of right now. But he's like, "Wow, this guy sure is popular." Which, and then he compliments Chopper,
A
and Chopper's
very
all blushing.
yeah, very Luffy, very One Piece like storyline where it's like, all right, man, like the guy I met like 10 chapters ago, y'all finally met. I know who he is. And by the time the Straw Hats meet who Scopper is, like, Luffy's gonna know this guy like they best friends. It's just very One Piece.
Oh, that guy? That's Scopper. He's actually one of my longest standing friends.
That's Scoppy.
You you just met him. Don't worry about it. I mean, this is the guy who called Kaku like Usopp 4 or 5 times by
Yeah.
now. So it's pretty incredible that he actually remembers this guy's face. But that's when somebody tells him like, no, this guy's actually Scopper Gabon. You may have heard of his captain, Gold Roger. He's like, holy shit, this guy's the number 3 on that crew, and Scopper's not gonna let that shit slide. his second to last dying breath, he's like, nah, fuck that. I'm number two. Silver's Rayleigh ain't got shit on me.
What this
Which,
tells me is that Sanji is going to get the next big fight out the two of them. Like Zoro's gonna have like a more mundane kind of like, okay, you're fighting like a big enemy. Okay, cool, you beat him. But like Sanji's gonna have the cinematic fight this time around because I think it's gonna be very much like a who's number two for real kind of thing. Wait, we know it's Zoro, but you know, from a story standpoint,
we do. We do know it's Zoro.
like, he's the first crew member. Like
Yeah,
him
yeah.
and him. This the Naruto and Sasuke if they actually knew what they was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm right there with you. I actually think that Zoro could end up being like the playing the longest game possible. I mean, remember, he was known as the pirate hunter. What if he makes Luffy into the greatest pirate ever just to fight and kill him? That would be a craziest switch ending. But back with the new strong trio here, which is Harden, Luffy, and Loki. Um, they all sense like what's coming from above, so they're like, hey, let's get to popping. Like Chopper's giving him the lowdown. Hey, this. We got kids being captured. Yasan's on his deathbed. Everyone's tied up. We need you, Luffy. And yeah, he's about to put down the food and get to business.
Yeah.
And Loki's actually asking to be let go so he can help out.
Very our new demon trio. Haruden, Luffy, Loki. Like, come on, bro. This is gonna be a fight. These I didn't say this while we were talking about the giants. I got distracted, but I mean, if Emu's been summoning super giants and transforming giants into super giants, that explains the giant sword and why Nika had to get so large to fight. Because it's like, I don't know, what else can you do? Can you take all these giants and meld them into one super giant, like a Megazord giant? Like, what can't you do? You know what I mean? So maybe this is a reason why Nika had to grow so large and implant that sword in the tree.
Yeah, and I mean, this has been a fire chapter. I know that a lot of people are also looking into the laugh that Loki uses here at the end. Laughs in One Piece have a really big indicator of who somebody is, what their power could possibly be. So the Dogahaha is a lot of people are looking into that. So, well, I'm excited to see kind of what they come up with because we still don't know what his fucking power is. After all this time knowing Loki, and we know he's a good guy, we know that he killed his dad for the right reasons.
I bet you he's.
We don't know his power.
He's got to fight Killing Cam then, because he's got to be using his power against Killing Cam's ambiguous ass power. Like, there's got to be something about his power that is similar to like Sun God. It's got to be Sun God-esque. Who knows? You guys know. You guys let us know.
Mm-hmm.
You guys let us know this week, and then we'll let you know what happened next week. All right, so stay tuned for the next video, next chapter next week. Check out our other videos if you guys are entertained. We would appreciate it, any kind of support, and we will catch y'all next time.
Peace.